Welcome to another Texas in Conversation. My name is David Machito. I'm the product marketing manager for retail at Tecsys. Today we'll be speaking with Samarth Narayan, the senior platform product manager for order management systems at Tecsys. We'll be talking about how open APIs can power omnichannel retail. Thanks for joining me today, Samarth. Before we dive into our conversation, can you tell me a little bit about yourself and about Texas R&D?
It's my pleasure, David. Happy to be here and to be speaking with you. I'm a technology product manager and I've been working with Texas for the last 2 years for the Omni OMS retail REST API layer. I work with a super talented and committed team, and we are on a mission to simplify communication with the OMS platform one request at a time.
Great, thanks, Samarth. So, can you tell me what do APIs do for order management within the e-commerce ecosystem?
Sure, David. We all know APIs are basically an application programming interface, but in my mind, APIs are an interface for a value proposition that one can build on top of an existing product. APIs for OMS are key since they enable connecting the channels of sale, like an e-commerce website, mobile app or a physical store with backend systems of fulfillment, thereby enabling seamless order management and fulfillment. Having an OMS with APIs means better inventory visibility, fulfillment of only orders that you can promise, shipment routing based on intelligent algorithms, and simplified returns for a retailer.
Great, thanks, Samarth. And this API layer you've built for the OMS is based on RESTful APIs. Can you tell me the difference between, the newer technology, REST versus SOAP, and what kind of difference it makes in terms of how it can power omnichannel commerce?
Absolutely, David. SOAP and REST are both means for a similar end outcome, which is communication with a platform for data exchange and execution of capabilities. SOAP is basically a protocol, whereas REST is an architectural style. And as always, a good way to look at this is that SOAP is more like an envelope and REST is more like a postcard. As you can imagine, similar to an envelope, while sending a SOAP request, you can always add a lot of context, and a consequence of that is that there are rules to package the envelope, and processing of a SOAP request might take longer time. A REST API, on another hand, as a postcard, is simpler and more direct. It takes lesser processing time and can be used to make multiple hops for getting instantaneous information. REST is also more pervasive. A lot of people know about it. It's easier to adopt, and it can work with the various forms of input. And the communication is stateless, ensuring that you get real-time data with each request.
Perfect. That's a great analogy. Hopefully, our audience knows what a postcard and an envelope is these days. But so tell me about your overall vision for the REST API layer for Omni OMS.
That's actually a great question, David. My vision is to democratize omnichannel commerce and fulfillment with a headless platform. An open, modern, and REST API layer is key to making this dream a reality so that retailers can have the flexibility to use the platform APIs to build value as per their customized need. Using REST APIs for backend communication and integration with other systems also enables retailers to decouple a lot of these unique channel based front end experiences from the underlying data that is powering them so that they can cater to their consumers irrespective of where they are. For example, they can cater to a Gen Z user on TikTok, a millennial user on a mobile app, or a boomer user at their store.
Perfect. So I know you have a lot of APIs that you've built as part of this layer. Can you tell me what different types that you have right now?
For sure. Texas Omni OMS has a fully blown REST API layer, which has a range of APIs catering to capabilities such as inventory management, order orchestration, order fulfillment, payment processing, customer service, and returns. Each of these capabilities in turn is an API in our API layer, and there are several operations under each of these APIs which map to a unique business use case for a retailer.
Can you describe some use cases for these APIs?
Absolutely, David. There are some valuable real life business use cases which can be accomplished using a REST API based integration between the channel of sale, OMS, and backend systems of a retailer. To give you some examples, you could perhaps check the availability of an item when a user is checking the item out to buy on an e-commerce website or maybe on a mobile app, so that you're making sure that you're promising only those items which you can sell and fulfill to a consumer. Or perhaps you could use our orders APIs and do a Vismo, which is basically where is my order based on various details of an order. Or perhaps you could use our search orders API and query for a list of APIs which can be on various criteria like a date range based on order statuses, shipment statuses, customer name, customer email, so on and so forth, and get to a list of orders which you can process as a retailer. Our fulfillment and payment processing APIs help you in terms of making sure your shipments are processed based on inventory availability at a particular location, and if not, routed to a different location. And returns API basically helps you to process returns and cater to all those use cases which might happen post a sale. And all of these APIs have operations which are tailored to map to real life business use cases, as I mentioned, so that retailers can ensure best in class customer satisfaction.
Perfect. So, how does a retailer get started with these APIs?
That's actually a very relevant question, David. We have a REST API layer which is fully blown and have a coverage of over 60 API endpoints. Our APIs are open, and I welcome everyone in our ecosystem to try them out in our self-serve documentation-led sandbox environment. Basically, anyone today can go and view our APIs, their technical specifications, and the documentation on getting started. To make your first API call against our platform and write sample code, you, however, need to get in touch with our customer service team to be suitably set up against our API gateway and have those subscriptions configured. What's more, since this is an evaluation period for the REST API layer, the product team at Tecsys is happy to offer a white glove service which helps retailers to onboard faster. We partner with retailers to do use case analysis and usage recommendations, which enable you to onboard faster and make sure your unique business needs are served.
So, we hear a lot about headless commerce today, and I was wondering what is the relationship between OMS APIs and this new headless commerce paradigm?
That's actually a very relevant question, David. And I believe retailers adopting open APIs have a clear head start when it comes to headless commerce. And I'll tell you how. Headless commerce is basically delivering unique channel based user experiences without worrying too much about the backend infrastructure. And as you know, consumers today across various demographic have come to expect faster and richer shopping experiences irrespective of channels, which has forced retailers to act. And when you have an OMS with APIs offering you the proposition of going headless, and you hop onto it as a retailer, what you can do is design front end experiences as per each consumer channel that you have, be it a web app or a mobile app or a kiosk or on social media, AR, VR, metaverse, irrespective of where your consumers are. You can deliver experiences unique to each one of those channels and develop those experiences to your heart's content without actually worrying how your backend systems are, and how the data exchange is happening between the two. This is something that gives a lot of power and empowerment to a retailer, and it gives you that flexibility to build robust user experiences with faster go to market, and you as a retailer are better prepared for this future of commerce.
Thanks so much for that. I think that really clarifies some of the confusion that's out there surrounding headless commerce and all the different systems like order management systems that integrate into e-commerce platforms. So much appreciated for that. Also, just wanted to thank you for joining me today. This has been a very interesting Texas in Conversation interview.
It's totally my pleasure, David. And as always, it's great speaking with you and commenting on something which is real time and affecting the future of commerce. It's a great conversation. Thank you so much.
I just wanted to thank everybody for watching. And if you need any support implementing an order management system into your retail operation, Texas is here to help. At the end of this video, you have the option to speak to one of our supply chain experts or to access the article, The Path to Headless Commerce, an OMS Perspective. Thanks for watching.